Are we, are we, are we on? Are we rolling? We're rolling. Hello! It is I, Brigitte Losey, as Randy would pronounce it, and welcome to my new craft series called Thanks, I Made It. Where we're gonna be making mediocre crafts, but we're gonna make them together. So exciting. And now I know you're looking at me and you're going, Brigitte, this is a theater company. Where is my great theatrical content that I ordered? And to you, I say, theater and crafting, my friend, go hand in hand. We craft props, we craft costumes, we craft sets, lights, and we craft stories. And you too can be a crafts person. All it takes is your household items, a little time, a little creativity, and some fun. And that's what we're gonna do on this show. We're gonna make some crafts that you can do on your own, with your family, with your kids, with your nieces, your nephews, whatever. And we're gonna make some fun stuff. And we're gonna, maybe celebrate a holiday or two. I don't know. Maybe. It could be Halloween. Maybe. This craft is a very special one because it's one I used to do when I was little. I remember sitting in my garage during our Halloween parties, and my mom would set me up with my little craft supplies and my shrunken apple head, and I would make these very spooky witches. And this is something that I thought would be fun to share with you guys because I have so many fond memories making them that it might be nice to teach you how to do it so that you can make them with someone who's special to you. So today we're going to be making shrunken apple witch dolls. That's right, shrunken apple witch dolls. It's kooky, it's exciting, we're very happy to be here. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is make our apple witch heads. So what you're gonna need are apples. I've got Granny Smith. You can use whatever apples you've got in the house. A tablespoon of lemon juice, a tablespoon of salt, 4 cups of water, a bowl to soak your apples in, a peeler, a melon baller, or a spoon, or any kind of carving tool. I think I've seen like pens. You can use a pen, doesn't matter. And then a paring knife. And we're ready to get going. Okay, so I'm gonna prepare the concoction for our apples to soak in. So we're doing water, lemon juice, and salt because this is how we're gonna preserve the apple. So the lemon juice keeps them from browning and the salt is gonna help dry them out when we put them in the oven. So I've got my 4 cups of water, pouring it into my bowl. Oh, and I'm spilling. Maybe don't spill. Don't do what I've done. That's good. Always be prepared with paper towels. And now we're gonna do a tablespoon of lemon juice. Whee! Success! And now a tablespoon of salt. Because as we've learned from Hocus Pocus, salt is good for keeping away the witches. So good. Yeah, if you ever go into a cemetery, you can sprinkle a little of this stuff around you. No witches here. And now I'm just gonna use my tablespoon and give it a little stir. It's my witch's brew. Let's set this aside. Now it is time to peel the apples. Goodbye, skin. Okay, it's time to carve our witch's face into our apple. So I've got a melon baller here, and I'm gonna use it to scoop out the eyeballs, and then this other end I'm gonna use to, really find my witch's face and really bring her to life. We're gonna scrape out some details. She's gonna be stunning. And by stunning, I mean spooky. Okay, here we go. So one eyeball, I'm putting them quite high up on the face. We're just really gonna go for it. Eee! Bam! Is it the Death Star? I don't know. You tell me. Oh, you could make shrunken apple Death Stars. That could be fun. Okay, let me go to the other eyeball. Oh, wow. Those are eyes. Hello, and they're looking at you. Okay, let's give her a nose. So just gonna use the pointy end of my melon baller, and I'm gonna make a kooky witch's nose. Oh, it's quite large. Okay. So see, I've just made some lines. I'm gonna scrape out around it so we really get some extra definition. So, you know, try not to block my face too much. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Kooky witch's nose. She's so kooky. She's so kooky and spooky. Let's see, how does she look? Is she beautiful? No, she's a witch. I'm gonna give her a mouth and maybe some spooky-ooky teeth. Let's see. Just gonna sketch it out. Hold, please. Ooh, I think we're really making headway. Let's scrape out this center part so her teeth really stick out. It'll be good. So, it's unclear if I made a witch or I made a vampire, or maybe I just made what I looked like when I was 7. You decide. Cute! I just don't know when to stop, folks. I'm just really getting in there. Is it better or worse? Is it better or worse? Only time will tell. Oh God. I'm just gonna carve out around the nose a little more. You know, maybe, you know, I'm feeling like we're really gonna go for it today. Should we attempt a cheekbone? Should we really carve out the face? You know, I'm gonna take my paring knife and we're just gonna see what happens. Pray for me. Oh God, what have I done? Can't go back now. Ooh, let's try using our peeler to do a little more shaping. She's very svelte. We're gonna take some off the top of off the sides here. I think that might really do it for us. Let's see. Okay, I think we're doing something here. Are we seeing this? Look at how shapely she is. Let's do this side. Is she spooky-ooky or what? Come on. She's something. Now we're gonna stick her in our lemon juice sea salt concoction that we made before to prepare her to be baked. I'm gonna let my apples soak while I get the next step prepared. I'm gonna go preheat my oven to the lowest setting, and then I'm gonna put my apples on a baking rack. And I'm gonna put the baking rack in the oven and let the apples dry out. This may take a couple of hours, just kind of keep monitoring. Set a timer for yourself to check on them. And then when they're nice and dry, pull them out of the oven. Okay, so I have to say it's about a day later and our apple witch heads are finally complete. And here they are. Ooh, spooky-ooky. Oh, I think they look great. Ah, amazing. So my witch heads were in the oven at about 200 degrees and I kept them in there for a little under 24 hours. Now you can keep them in there longer and really dry them out so they last a little bit longer, but I thought mine looked pretty good. So I took them out a little early. So now that our witch heads are complete, we can get to the fun part, which is building the body of our witch. So I have this super cute fabric that I'm gonna use to adorn this bottle to make the body. So kind of what I've done is I cut this strip of fabric and you know, this is gonna be our witch's body, and I'm just kind of gonna see where it all takes me. I think what I wanna do is maybe create like a little dress for my witch. So what I wanna do is I think I'm gonna cut a hole in the top of this and almost make like a poncho that will fashion into a dress. Because really we're fashionistas here on Thanks I Made It. Okay, So let's see, I put my fabric over, I want like a little bit of drape. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I want my dress to hit the ground. So I'm just gonna make sure that it's hitting the table, as you can see. So I've got some excess, so I'm just gonna cut it along here to make sure that it's even on the bottom. So I'm gonna pinch from up here, and that way we can have our good old fold. Fold that in half. We'll trim the bottom so that it matches. Trusty scissors. And I'm just cutting along. It doesn't have to be exact at all because you can fix it later. Okay, so I've cut the fabric for my dress. And now, since I know it's just gonna go over the top and I'm gonna create a poncho, I'm gonna cut like a little slit up here so that I can fit it over the top of my bottle. I'm just gonna go right in the middle, and I'm folding it like this, so like I can just, we have a little triangle here fold, and then I'm gonna boop, cut off that corner, and now we have a perfect hole in the center to put over the top of our bottle. So let's fashion it on. Oh, magique, beautiful. And I think I wanna give my witch a little bit of body. So I found some really cute ribbon in my house that's kind of fun. So I think I'm gonna give her like a little, maybe like a sash, a little bit of a waist. She's a fashionista. Wow, doesn't she look great? So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give my witch some arms. And for that, I went into my backyard and I found a stick. What a beautiful stick it is. And we're just gonna snap it. And behold, arms. And then I think I'm gonna give my arms some fabric. I'm gonna get a little piece of my witch fabric and I'm gonna wrap it around the sticks so that it matches her dress. So I've got 2 pieces of fabric, my little sticks, and some glue. And I'm just gonna roll my sticks up in the fabric with the glue and set it aside to dry. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a cape for my witch, and it's gonna kind of disguise the bottle neck here. So I have a little bit of black fabric. It was an old t-shirt that I cut up and kind of put into a big square. And so now I'm just gonna drape it around the bottle to create my wanted cape shape. As you can see, as you're gleaning from this video, it's really kind of a great time to get creative and sort of just drape things and glue things or tape them however you wanted to put them together, and you get a really fun result. So here I go. I'm gonna just test it out, see what it's gonna look like, and then I'll start gluing into place. So I'm gonna wrap my fabric around the neck of this little witch, and I kind of want to do like a big rolled edge, so I'll do that. There, you can kind of see, recognize I'm wearing black and this is black, but you can kind of see how that's gonna look. So I'm just gonna dab a little glue on the bottle and then stick the fabric to it and glue it together up here. I'm gonna use a little fabric glue to adhere the fabric to itself. I think it just might stick better. So while my witch cape is drying onto its bottle, I'm gonna use this black foam to make a witch's hat, because no witches complete without a beautiful spooky witch's hat. So I've got this black foam, and I found this roll of tape that I think is gonna be the perfect circumference for the bottom of my hat. So I'm gonna just trace this onto the black foam to create my perfect circle. Because circles are hard, y'all, and I need a template. So here I go. And there we go, a perfect circle. Well, close enough. Now we're gonna make the top cone part of the witch's hat. So kind of what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this corner and I'm gonna fold along that corner and meet the two edges there. Kind of like that. And then I'm gonna cut just along here, and then hopefully we're gonna be able to create a cone shape from that. So let's see what we got. It flew! Okay, so there's a start. And then I should be able to fold this over a bit, and we'll glue it along there, and we'll have created the top of our witch's hat. Here we go. Now I'm just gonna hold this like this as it dries, because this could very easily fall apart in my face. Now I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, and if you figure it out, please tell me. Please. Well, unfortunately, my trusty tacky glue did not secure this together, so we gotta pull out the big guns. Hot glue. If you are a child, please get an adult to help you with this step, because it's very hot. You could burn your fingies. We don't wanna do that. This is fun. Here we go. I'm gonna do a little glue on the edge and try again. Hot glue was absolutely the trick. Now I'm just gonna trim the bottom here so that it's gonna sit evenly on top of our circle. Everything's fine. Okay, so before I adhere my cute little top, the top of my witch's hat to the bottom, look at that's gonna be so cute. I think I'm gonna take the remains of that cute ribbon we used as a sash to trim the edge of my little hat here, just to give it a little something extra. Cause like I said, she's a fashionable witch. She's spooky, she's kooky, she's high fashion. So let's add this fun trim. I'm gonna do it again with the hot glue because it's working for me today. It's the medium of choice. Cute! Okay, now let's glue this bad boy onto this bad boy and make it a bangin' hat. I'm just gonna hot glue and then stick it on. Ta-da! A witch's hat. Oh, there's some glue. But ta-da! A witch's hat. How adorable is that? Okay, I think we're finally ready to piece together the final bits of this witch. So I've got my glorious lady sitting right here. What she needs now is we gotta put on her little arms. Again, this is a hot glue step just because it's gonna stick a little better. So here I go with my hot glue. I'm gonna just put these cute little arms underneath her cape, right in there. Here I go. Cute! Now is my favorite step. We're gonna take our cute, adorable little witch's head. We're gonna give her some hair. I have this really fun twine. It's gonna give her a little texture. Maybe we'll give her a sensible bob because she's high fashion. So the first thing I'll do is I'll trim off the little stem from our apple so we have a flat surface to work with. And then I think I'll just glue some hair on top and see how we do. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my twine and I've looped it and I've kind of made it the length that I think it's gonna look nice so that one strand will hang perfectly atop her head. And I'm just gonna create a large bunch with it. I think that's gonna be a perfect amount of hair, so I'm just gonna trim my edge here. And then now that I have all these loops, I'm just gonna cut right through them. Nice clean cut, and then let me do the other side. Oh, gorgeous. And now we can start gluing it on top of our little witch's head. I'm gonna take my hot glue and just pile a bunch of glue on and start placing my hairs. Look at that fashion witch with her bob. I think it's time to glue her little hat on top. I think this is gonna look so cute. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna just, again, with my hot glue. Ooh, do I need another stick? Come on, isn't she darling? The final step of this craft is to take this skewer and puncture it through the bottom of our little witch's head, and then place it onto our body. And there you have it, everyone. A beautiful apple head witch. Amazing! I hope you all enjoyed this video and that you were able to craft along with me and that you've made an amazing apple witch head doll. And stay tuned for more amazing crafts this fall season on Thanks! I made it. See you all next time. Bye.